Hi, welcome to Jen's Daily Dish, where I bake things on camera for the very first time so you can bake along with me and learn from my mistakes. Today we're making a cheese and herb stuffed focaccia. I mean, come on, that sounds great, right? Well, as usual, I have never made this before, so let's do this together. And what are you going to fill yours with? Mine is going to have feta and mozzarella and spinach and maybe a few extra things, but feel free to stuff yours with whatever you like. Let's do this, and of course, I was inspired by this song, Focaccia. Just look at it. Focaccia. Cheese and herbs stuffed with spinach too, just eat it up. Focaccia. I mean, come on. Focaccia stuffed with cheese. Let's do this. All-purpose flour, salt, pizza dough flavor or spices of your choice. This is a little bit of pizza seasoning, a little bit of fleur de sel, a little bit of herb de Provence, a little bit of everything, a little bit of garlic, etc. is in here. Tablespoon of spices of your choice or none at all. Yeast. Mix together just to evenly disperse into your mixing bowl. Water, olive oil. Mix for about 5 to 8 minutes until it makes a smooth, elastic dough. Cover with plastic wrap and let it rest in a warm place for about 1 to 1.5 hours until it's almost doubled in size. It doubled in size for sure. Put it out on a lightly floured or lightly greased surface. You could also spray your surface with a cooking spray, just a little bit of it. It's a sort of a cheat. Look at that. Look at all that nice gluten. Knead it just a little bit, just to get a little bit of the air out. Now we're going to try to do this semi-scientifically. We're going to weigh the whole thing right now. 723. Cut it in half. We're looking for 361. We're going to roll it into a ball. And I just like to fold it up by itself, just like this. Fold, fold, fold in the middle. We go like this, and we're going to go like this. Wrap it up, and we're going to let this rest for 10 to 15 minutes. Repeat on the other piece of dough. We're going to roll out one of your pizza dough balls, and you're going to roll it out into a 10 to 12 inch circle. As long as both are the same, you'll be good. So we'll do that first, and you want to get your cookie sheet ready to go that's lightly oiled, or put a piece of parchment paper down, or you could even use a pizza peel that you've dusted with salmonella. I'm going to put mine onto a piece of parchment paper because I feel like that will just be easier. Okay, let's go ahead and start. Ooh, see how all that air in there? Ain't that lovely? We're just going to be pressing this all out. And it has relaxed a little bit during that 10-minute break that we had. All right, now that I've gotten it to 11 inches, just shy of 12 here, probably 11 and a half, I'm gonna go ahead and take it and move it over to my parchment paper, which is on the peel here, and I'm gonna go ahead and spread it out once more. Now it's time to spread with your ingredients. What did you choose? Here I have mozzarella. Go ahead and spread that around evenly, and you want to leave an inch on the edge because we're going to be pressing the other pizza dough ball on top of this. Okay, I've got some feta cheese here. Got some spinach I'm adding to mine. Got some fresh basil too. Now let's roll out the other pizza dough ball, which will go on top of this. I've never done it this way before, but I'm gonna flip this over the top of this and we'll see how this works. This is either a brilliant idea or maybe one of the worst things I've ever done. Okay, so I'm gonna sort of like try to line it up there, and I'm gonna lay it down gently. And so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna press these edges together. So let's just start off with a simple pinch around the edges. Place some lightly oiled plastic wrap on top of your pizza dough, your focaccia that is stuffed now, and let it rest for 45 minutes. While the focaccia is doing its final rest, preheat your oven to 425 degrees. It got very, very puffy. Go ahead and pinch your edges again just to be sure that nothing will leak out in the oven. It's just insurance. Now, because it's focaccia, we're gonna poke those dimples in. And if you want, you can get your hands on a little bit of oil here to get them in. And I can feel how puffy this is already. Oh my goodness. So now we're going to take the top of it and we're gonna get some olive oil on it. And now go ahead and sprinkle with a little bit of salt or rosemary or whatever seasonings you have. I have a little bit of salt and herb de Provence on here, and I'm gonna sprinkle that on top. Now, because I kept mine on the parchment paper, I'm gonna transfer the parchment paper on top to the pizza peel. And that way, when I slide it into the oven onto the pizza stone, it'll go right on it. Into the oven for 30 to 35 minutes until it's a nice golden brown. And mine right on that pizza stone, just like that. Time's up. It is golden brown. Let's take it out. That looks fantastic. Let this cool for just a little bit, otherwise that cheese is gonna come oozing out, which is not a bad thing. So I'll let this cool for about 15 minutes and then we'll dig in. All right, let's check it out first. It sounds great. All right, let's go ahead, cut into it. Now, notice there's this air pocket there. I could have cut a slit in it before baking and it would have aired that out. So just keep that in mind. Again, learn from me. Look at that, yum. Look at this cheese and herb stuffed focaccia. I mean, come on. It has a nice crust on it, just like a focaccia. It is soft in the middle, just like focaccia. So let's take a bite. This is truly delicious. First off, let me just say, if you can find fresh basil, use it. Because having the fresh herbs in here makes such a difference. And the feta mixed with the mozzarella has a little bit of texture. And then you add the spinach in and it just has a little bit of extra flavor to the crunch of the focaccia. I mean, this is amazing. I will totally be making this again and probably filling it with lots of different things. And I will definitely be making a slit on the top before this thing goes in the oven, because you can see there's a little bit of a pocket of air there, but it's not too noticeable. It is still scrumptious, delicious. Heck yes, I'm gonna make this again and again. If I can make cheese and herb stuffed focaccia for the very first time with you watching me every step of the way, you can too. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to check me out on Instagram for so much more.